I will not look normal.
Yeah, you will. If you took the hat
with-
off.
First of all, buttoning all the way up is not normal for me,
It
and
doesn't look like-
I don't like these shirts. I don't wear these shirts. But I see what you're saying. People wouldn't know.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Look at that nerd."
All right.
That was what did you just say?
Kind of like nerdy.
Nerdy, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't dress like this. As atmospheric pressure increases, what happens to the boiling point? So go to table H and take that dotted line and bring it up. What happens to the boiling points? Some people are saying the wrong thing. Everyone go to table H. Don't put that away. So just use water as an example. So water crosses a dotted line at 100 degrees. If you take that dotted line, put it all the way to the top of the chart, where would water cross that dotted line? At a higher temp or lower temp? Higher temp. Okay? So as air pressure increases, boiling point increases. That's like going to New Orleans, going to sea level or below. As air pressure decreases, that's like going on top of Mount Everest. Boiling point, what? Take that dotted line, bring it all the way down to 0. Decreases. So, what did you just learn about boiling? You don't need this to boil water.
No.
What's the temperature in this room? Yes, in Celsius. Yeah, 20, let's say 20 degrees Celsius. Go to 20 degrees on table H. What would the air pressure have to be in here to boil the water just sitting on the table? Almost nothing. Okay. Is there anything in this room that would allow us to do that? Could I boil water in this room? How?
At the stove.
This is what I'm trying to get you to learn. I'm just gonna give it to you to save some time. You don't have to heat water to boil. You can boil without heating. I'm gonna show you. How can I do that? I can do it. You're gonna see it tomorrow.
With the decreasing
Oh, maybe two.
temperature.
Decrease temperature? No, that's heating.
They put the like, if there's no pressure, like put it in that thing or whatever.
Put it in that thing back there, right? If you put water in a vacuum chamber, it will boil. There's no heat. That's what table H is. I'm trying to teach you that. If you take that dotted line and you decrease air pressure, it will boil. You guys ever hear of a pressure cooker?
Yeah.
Do you know what that does?
Oh, it's like steam, right?
But it boils water using pressure.
So is the water like hot?
No.
So boiling water.
So I may not be able to show you today. Sorry, Nicole. But I will definitely show you tomorrow because I want to do that other day. All right, we'll do the boiling waters today. So
I wanna get shot.
write this down. Yeah, don't say that on while I'm recording. I'm gonna get fired or something.
Okay, disregard.
You might want.
Mount Everest. Boiling point of H2O. Let me just double check. I think it's 63, but I don't want to give you the wrong.
Ask Siri.
You can look it up. Boiling point of water on Mount Everest. Here we go. 68 degrees. Yeah, alright, so 68 degrees Celsius. Albany, boiling point of H2O, 100 degrees. Alright, who likes rice?
Me.
Okay, Reagan and? Alright, a lot of Italian. Alright. So who wants to be on top of Mount Everest?
I will.
Okay.
You were there last time. What tally?
Okay, Sharon's carrying.
Alright.
You're supposed to be lower.
Reagan, yeah, you're down. You're down. All right, you're at Albany, you're on top of Mount Everest. They both want to cook rice. All right? So Talia's hungry after climbing Mount Everest, and Reagan's hungry because she's using a lot of energy taking souls. All right. So you're both going to cook rice. You're both going to cook rice. And let's just say we can time you guys. Somehow, some way, we're timing how long your rice takes, how long your rice takes. So you're cooking rice at the exact same time. We're timing it simultaneously. Whose rice cooks faster? Don't answer quickly. Think. Whose rice is going to cook faster? So we have boiling water on top of Mount Everest. You put the rice in, and then you let it cook. That's basically all you do. Boil water, throw the rice in, right? Same thing here. Boiling water, throw the rice in. Think about it. Whose rice is going to boil first, and why? Write your answer down. I'm going to set this little demo up here. Whose rice is going to cook first, and why?
He wants us to do that. He's in her hands.
It's yours, 'cause you have the low temperature, so it'll cook faster. It'll boil faster.
What are you guys laughing at?
Me? Yeah, just doing your job.
I have to.
Those grandpa pieces are so funny. I love them.
They're kind of comfortable. I'm used to wearing dress shoes, right? So wearing sneakers is much better. All right. So I had you write it down because it's important to be able to get things out of your head. Who has the answer? Go on.
I said Talia because she has a lower boiling point, so it'll cook faster.
So let's think of it this way. If you have water on a stove here, again, this is like totally fictitious, but there's a stove on Mount Everest, stove here, and you turn them both on at the same time. Same amount of water. Who's going to boil first? Everyone understand that? That's going to boil first, because if you go from 20, let's say the temperature is 20 of the water, up to 68, it's going to take less time than 20 to 100. We all get that? So this is going to boil first. So you think her rice cooks first because she boils first. Who agrees?
Oh, wait, I didn't know what was
All right, then what'd you say?
Well, if I thought you meant if the water would boil first.
Yeah, then whose rice cooks first?
So I thought Talia says hers boils
Yeah, 'cause then you
first.
put it in. Unless it's
Get
Reagan's
your
business.
rice in there quicker.
So we all agree that the rice is going to cook faster here because the
Yes.
water boils first.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all agree that?
Yes.
We're all wrong.
No, it's here because the water's hotter.
Right. The water is only 68 degrees. Part of cooking
What?
is the heat. Rice will absorb water, sure, but it's going to absorb better if it's really hot. The reason you boil water and then put pasta or rice in it isn't just to absorb the water, is you're cooking it. It's hot. This water is going to be way hotter, so it's actually going to take less time. So how long does it take rice to cook about?
10 minutes.
10 to 20 minutes, depending on the type of rice, okay? Really?
Really?
Let's just say 15 minutes, okay? So once this boils, it's going to take about 15 minutes. I have no idea how long it would take, but it would take way longer than 15. Essentially, think of it this way. If you want to cook something in an oven and it's at 100 degrees in the oven versus 500. You guys ever make pizza?
Yeah.
Okay? So like when I make pizza, I cook it at high max temp, 525.
525.
525.
Oh
Because
my
I make my own
God.
pizza. So then it takes like literally 6 minutes to cook. But if I were to cook it at 350, it would take like 20 minutes. Does that make sense to you? It takes longer if
Yeah.
it's cooler. So the misconception here is because it boils first, it cooks faster. That's not true. It cooks slower because it's not as hot. Now I wanted to explain why this happens, but I'm out of time. Let's go do this. Come on back.